Donald Trump and his campaign are trying to turn the tables on Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris and her campaign released Kamala Harris's medical records, which were unremarkable. Basically said she's in good health, no real issues, etc., and had the ability to carry out the position of the president. This is in contrast to Donald Trump, who has repeatedly blocked any attempt to release his medical records, and when it's been requested, refers back to the statement by Dr. Ronnie Jackson about the gunshot wound Donald Trump supposedly suffered after the assassination attempt in Butler, Pennsylvania in July. And before that, it was another statement from Ronnie Jackson, which sounded like what Donald Trump would have dictated to the doctor who released it. It wasn't like something that sounded like it came from a doctor. But these medical records don't show anything wrong with Kamala Harris. But Donald Trump is trying to capitalize on it and saying, well, she's got a lighter campaign schedule than Donald Trump, and she doesn't have the stamina to be president like Donald Trump does, and all of this. None of that is true. And if Kamala Harris does have a lighter campaigning schedule, it is because she is actively fulfilling her job as vice president as well. But I think she actually has a busier schedule than Donald Trump. And Donald Trump doesn't want people asking about his medical conditions. We know, we can see when you listen to his rallies that something is clearly wrong with Donald Trump mentally. He always talks about needing to take cognitive tests and things like that. And those cognitive tests are the type of tests that they give to people who are suspected of suffering from dementia. So the fact that he's even taking them should be alarming to most people. But he talks about how he aced them and he did great and all of this. But he's just trying to draw a comparison when there's no comparison. He is clearly not in the best of health. His mental condition is clearly deteriorating. And it's very evident, but he's trying to make some sort of a comparison to say he is healthier than Kamala Harris. Because of course he would. Donald Trump has to be in the best physical shape. If you ask him, he'll tell you, because his ego won't let him be anything but. There's no comparison between the two. Kamala Harris has the capacity and the ability and the health to be able to be president for the next 4 years, maybe even 8. There's a lot of speculation that Donald Trump may not live through his next term. It's entirely possible. He is 78 years old, appears to not be in the best of health, and as I've said, appears to be suffering some kind of cognitive decline, maybe early onset dementia, something like that. So Donald Trump is trying to play it up and make it out to be something that it's not, because he's got nothing else to work with, and he knows he's losing this race to Kamala Harris.